Okay, hello everyone. So in exercise 60, we will introduce you and the last type of variation, and it's called partial variation. Okay, so this clip will be an introduction to this partial variation. Let's take a look at the example together. Okay, there are two papers in the math exam. Paper 1 takes up 65% of the final score, while paper 2 takes up the remaining 35% from the final score. Assume the full mark of both papers, 100 marks. Okay, so if you want to calculate your final marks, then actually here we know there exist three components here. Okay, the first one, of course, is what you're concerning about, your final score. And then the second one will be the score, the score that you make in paper 1. And then the last one will be your score of paper 2. Right? Okay, so let's give this three variables an unknown. Okay, like we let the final score to be Z. We like the score you make in paper 1 to be X, and the score you make in paper 2 to be Y. Okay? Then, according to the questions, we know that paper 1 takes up 65% of score, and paper 2 takes up 35% of score. So then we can make up a formula. Z will equals to 0.65 times X plus 0.35 times Y. Okay, so this formula is very easy to understand, and actually this is a type of partial variation already. Partial variation. Okay, so actually we can see that here Z is divided into two parts. Okay, to be accurate, to be more accurate, we should say is that here is the sum of two parts. This one will be more accurate. Is that is the sum of two parts. Okay, the first part is 0.65 times X. And the second part is 0.35 times Y. Okay, here the variables are X and Y involved in the two parts separately. And then we can see we have 0.65 and 0.35 to be the variation constants. Variation constants of X is 0.65. We call it variation constant 1. And 0.35 is the variation constant 2. Okay, so this is a very simple idea. Whenever an unknown is the sum, or it's the sum of so many parts, so many different parts, maybe 2 parts, or the sum of 3 parts, or the sum of 10 parts. Okay, then each part will have a special variation constants for its own. Okay, the variation constant of each part can be the same or can be all different. You don't know. Okay, you will only know after you finish your calculation. Okay, but actually the idea is very simple like this. Okay, whenever we mention partial variation, actually it means that we separate each part by addition. Okay, and then if we sum up all the parts involved, then we will get the final results. Okay, that is the subject of our variation, the variation subjects. Here, the final score is that will be your variation subjects. Okay, it's as easy as this. Okay, we do this calculation every time when you finish your exam, so I think it's very easy to understand.